Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, your host with the most, Francois878, and today I am bringing you part 2 of my Update 13 Let's Play in Warframe. And today we are bringing you the Dark Sectors review portion of the update. Basically, the Dark Sectors are extra maps on each planet system that provides endgame content as well as clan warfare into the game. The first kind of clan versus clan aspect of the game, which I think is really cool. As well as, slightly harder missions if you don't always want to do the Tower 3 missions. These are also a pretty good alternative. These are pretty hard, not the hardest missions, but they're definitely a challenge. Basically, the Dark Sector maps are a new survival and a new defense mission on every planet system except for Mercury. And what these missions are, basically, these are sections of the systems that are in dark space, and you can't normally get to them. But you use these solar rails, which are these new buildable objects, to provide transport to these dark sectors so you can play in them. And it's pretty cool. Basically, a clan has to research specific solar rails, and once you've done that, you can deploy your solar rails to the dark sector maps and take control of them. And as a clan, you then, once you have a solar rail on a dark sector map, you then control that dark sector. Your clan can actually charge attacks to the other people. Anyone can play the map, but they will be charged attacks, or they could be charged attacks for playing that level. Let's say 10 or 15% of their credit or resource drops once you have control of the map. However, another clan can contest that control, can deploy their own solar rail, which is very interesting, which is where the clan part of it comes in. And there's always like a good number of hours, usually 24 hours, to say like, oh, clan A, has control of this dark sector, well, clan B wants control, so they're going to deploy a solar rail. Well, it takes 24 hours for them to do that, so clan A can kind of get everybody together and be like, hey, we gotta defend this. And it's pretty cool, because then you have the two clans up against each other, but you also have outside people, who aren't part of either clan, who are who can either fight for the incumbent or the challenger, and can also affect the flow of the level. And whoever has the most, whoever loses their solar rail first loses control of the dark sector, and you lose your solar rail loses health. If there are other people fighting, for your enemy and such. But right here you've seen for the last few minutes, these are the normal missions. Those are the missions that occur when the level is not contested, or there isn't two clans fighting, and it's just normal hunky-dory peachy keen. You usually play just a normal defense or survival mission with infested, and occasionally infested and Corpus or Grenier, which is very interesting and a lot of fun. But here, this mission you're seeing right here, this is actually a mission, this is actually the sabotage mission, which is what I was just talking about. We are actually fighting for the incumbent, I believe, and we are going to be attacking their Orkin Tower to try and destroy their solar rail. And basically, when this update had first come out, we had a lot of people saying, oh, why would you, nobody's going to attack, the rails because everyone's just going to have a 0% tax rate. Because that was the big thing that everyone was kind of concerned about, was the clan that had control of the Dark Sector, that clan could charge whatever tax they wanted. You could lose 50% of your credits and 50% of your resource drops if the controlling clan so desired to do that. But what a lot of people were worried about was that people would have 0% tax. So a lot of people were like, well, nobody's going to attack a rail. No other clan is going to attack a rail that has 0% tax. That's silly. So it's basically just going to stay, in the hands of the person who first got it. Like, it's not going to change hands a lot. But I think people underestimated how much people are vengeful and spiteful and will take control of solar rails just to take control of solar rails. Just, if anything, just to have that name recognition, and because when you go into a Dark Sector map, when you load it up, you can see who owns it, and that's pretty cool. So I think that, and you can see there, I just sabotaged the 4 reactors, and now we're boogieing out. But yeah, basically the first part of the video was the infested defense and survival missions, which is when the Dark Sector is not contested, and this is what happens when the sector is contested. You have to basically do sabotage missions over and over and over and over again until one of the solar rails is defeated and destroyed. The only cool thing about this is you actually do get to kind of kill the specters of other Warframes, the defenders. And I think that's kind of cool, but it's not like they actually use their abilities, they just shoot at you with default weapons that are garbage. So it could potentially be cool if they, make it a little bit more challenging and make it so the enemy, so that the specters can actually use Warframe abilities. I think that would be cool. But right now, I mean, they're just taking the MK1 Brat and like taking pot shots at me, and it's not great. But I think the whole concept of this clan warfare endgame content with the infested, I think it's a cool concept, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun later on once they've tweaked it and, really gotten all the bugs out of it, because this update is still pretty new. They're still really trying to work out the kinks stats-wise and everything else. But that's just about it for the Dark Sectors. It's just nifty endgame content with a little bit of clan warfare that really gets people involved with the clans. And I think that's what this game needed. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, because I'm a douchebag and I have to mention it. But please stay tuned for Part 3. We're going to be concentrating on Hydroid and the Attica and the Nami Skyla swords. Thanks for watching, guys.